Hello Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Surviving Mars in our Nova Roma series. So we're going to go back up to speed 2 for a moment, and our first rocket, the one that brought us here, just took off, and the second rocket, which brought our new rovers to us, you can see it's 8% of the way back. The second rocket is loading up on fuel now. So I'm going to take my RC transport and continue to give him stuff to do, because there's more metal nearby, and we need to get all the things to the base. Let's see, where's the closest metal deposit? Yeah, we need to check for anomalies as well. There's one. All right, right on the other side of the mountain that we landed by. Very good. So you just go ahead and unload some more metal there, please. Meanwhile, we definitely have more anomalies to check out, so let's have this guy, wait a minute. You're going to come charge first, absolutely. So like I said, this guy's just going to come over to the power grid and hang out for a bit. Lots of metal sitting on that particular depot, which is good news. But I think I'm ready to go ahead and place the first dome. We're not going to bring colonists in yet, but we are going to place the first dome. There's no cable connection at the moment, of course. We're going to need a couple different types of connection. But I think what I'm going to do is place the dome pretty much where I planned to. We just need to have, we need to have the metal deposit be in range of the dome to where we can build an extractor that can be worked. Okay, good. We found another anomaly. All right, we have ordered the dome, and now we absolutely need to do some additional connections while this thing is under construction. All right, so that's that, but we also need pipes running out here. This is going to take a considerable amount of resources, but thankfully, as you have seen, we are getting tons and tons of metal. There we go. And we'll eventually have some water over here. Actually, there's a source of water that I can connect to these pipes very close by. So I'll probably have these drones start working on that as well. Let's go ahead and get a water extractor going here. Just seems like a good idea to have this one going too. Or maybe have it a little bit closer. There we go. Let's run some power cables out to it, like so. And of course it will need to be connected to the pipes. All right. So that will start producing some water for us, and we can add a second water tower, as a matter of fact, just to be thorough with our process here. I'll even go ahead and throw down a moisture vaporator, just so the colonists can be comforted by the sight of the vaporators working to bring them water. Now, one thing that may happen, now that we're throwing down these additional structures, is we might start running out of our power surplus, which is anticipated. We do have some concrete to build more wind turbines, and I'm going to go ahead and throw down 3 more right now. Again, we were working on research. I believe the research finished, did it not? No, still working on it, almost done. We're working on research that will improve our wind turbines, so it's good to have those going.
No active research.
It just finished, as a matter of fact. So let's pause for a moment. We're also going to go ahead and build some more solar panels. Now, I think I'll have these facing the exact same way as the others. Do 3 more. So we're just doubling our power input, and I may also do some additional ones of these, like right here. Which, that might limit my ability to land a rocket here. So what I'll have to do when I bring a rocket back, we're going to have to make sure that a rocket can still land there, because that is an excellent spot to have one. But for now, we've got low-G turbines finished, which means those will produce a lot more power, and I'm very excited about that. So you can tell from, it can be kind of confusing, but when you see these brackets, that's the research that we've completed, that we already have available. This is the one that we started with because we are a hydraulic, or a hydro engineer, I guess, not hydraulic, but a hydro engineer. And then I think some robotics research is in order. The RC transport harvesting resources faster. But then again, we had this, right? Rocket travel time to and from Earth reduced by 50%. It's going to take a while. I think we'll work our way up to that. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and go for this. How's that dome looking? All right, so they're bringing concrete over to it. Now the question is, yeah, all right, so this can hold a little bit of concrete. Just wanted to make sure that the appropriate resources could be brought over en masse. Now we could have one of our resource drones help out with that to bring larger quantities of concrete quickly. Matter of fact, we can do that right now. Hang on. Let's go ahead and just have him load the concrete. He's going to unload the concrete here. Because concrete is the primary resource that we need. Notice that the metals are already there because the metals are nearby. Once we have a concrete extractor set up, the concrete will even be easier to obtain for anything else we want to build in the area. But the dome will be up before we know it, especially with this guy working in our favor. Let's go ahead and look at our next anomaly, shall we? This guy's charged up. Check that out, please, and then we're going to check that one. There's unfortunately no way to queue the orders for these guys, so...
Scanned.
Nice, found some water right there. Wow, this is just phenomenal. The resources and the water near these domes, we're in good shape. Okay, so the concrete is going down. And that might be all... No, it's not all they needed. So he's actually going to run and make a second trip, which is rather convenient. Moisture evaporators are going. Check this out. Everything's running. Great to see. All right, so the concrete is being brought in much faster now. And you can see them working to bring in their own as well.
We've just confirmed the location of a metal-rich deposit. A drilling accident turned to our advantage.
Nice. We lost a drilling probe while trying to analyze this anomaly. The signal was suddenly lost, and we got the tingling feeling that we could get lucky with the second one. The operators were extra careful, and the second insertion revealed a vast network of underground cavities beneath the hard rock plate. On top of that, we managed to get in contact with the first probe, which had fallen through in another section of the crust faults. We used the two probes as triangulation points for telemetry and pinpointed the location of the deposit. So... Oh, and look where it is. So we can have another dome over here that can work that. I wouldn't have been able to place this dome any better to work both. Well, actually, I probably could have. If I put it right in the middle, I probably could have. Because as you've seen, you don't have to have these sitting right on top of those. They have a workable area around them that looks a bit like that.
Cable fault reported.
Oh, yeah. I totally could have. If I had known that was there. But how big is that deposit? It says a metal-rich deposit. 1,000 metal in that one. Versus 803 in that one, so pretty good. Let's go ahead and... Oh, wait, hang on. There's an anomaly right there. Okay, what are we doing here? Oh, no, this isn't good. Why is it saying you guys aren't connected? Oh, of course not. Silly me. I haven't actually connected these to the power grid yet. Glad I noticed that. So, best way to do this would probably be just to do that. Can I do the same here? Probably. Maybe? Yes, I could. Excellent. Now, I think because those are right next to each other, I don't know, I might have to do something special for this one in the middle. Yeah. Being adjacent to one another is not enough. They need to actually be fully connected. So we'll go ahead and run that all the way around. It's a little bit ugly. Not the biggest fan. And as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and scrap.
Anomaly analyzed.
There we go. We're going to scrap that too. And we'll put a new power cable in here. Done. Much better. Silly me. Alright, so now those are going to be connected to the power grid. We have a huge power surplus. But once the dome comes online, it's going to be a little different. New text available for research. What do we have?
Barren environs of the...
Very nice. So we've unlocked a lot more. And notice that there's still a ton of stuff over this direction. There's a lot more to the tech tree in this game. Again, depth and complexity. Just a lot more that you can do as far as improving the technology situation and the ways that you exploit the environment and ease the survival of your colonists in this game. Okay, so... You are doing okay power-wise, so why don't you head over there and check out that anomaly, please? We're waiting on some more polymers. Are we out of polymers? Is that the problem? No, I have 11. So the drones are just taking their sweet time getting them there. But they are working on it. You can see them moving to and fro. I think that's a polymer right there. Yeah, I think... Oh, that's the problem. That's the issue. Alright, well here's what I'm going to have to do. This is a little bit obnoxious. I needed to have a little bit more overlap, because those drones can't come get this stuff unless I do a second depot right here, which I'm going to do. See, there we go. Notice that what they're going to do now is immediately put this stuff in reach of this depot, and these guys are going to come to work to come get it. So that's what the delay was. Wow, as soon as I placed that one depot, they sprang to life. It's all about the details.
Breakthrough discovered.
And now you understand why I am being ridiculous before we even land our first colonists. Converts unused power into... What? Oh, that's awesome. I love this game more every new thing that I see. Alright, so... Let's see, RC Transport is still transporting concrete, I think. I don't know that I need you to keep doing that forever, so maybe this will be your last trip.
Sector scan.
Are you just charging right now? No, you're still loading. Wow, underground metal. Wow, check that out. 1,394 underground metal discovered, as well as another rich metal deposit there. So, very near our... Okay, good. We have put our first dome in the perfect location, because we can actually put a number of domes over here, and we're going to have tons of concrete. Okay, good. Phoenix 2 is ready to launch.
Vehicle battery low.
So long, buddy. Bon voyage. There goes... rocket number 2.
Cable fault reported.
Alright, so the RC Explorer's battery... I'm guessing that's the one you're talking about, with the battery being low? It's not really that low, is it? I mean, I know I need to heal you up, but what's going on over here? I guess that cable fault is in a terrible location. Hey guys, let's fix that cable fault, please. Because that is a lot of... Too far for... Oh, I know what it is. That's not a cable fault problem. We took off both rockets, so we need to put down that second drone commander, but that is easily done. That's the first time I've done that in that particular order, so I just wasn't thinking. Let's see. We do have one more drone hub, and we do have drones in the area. So I think it would probably be ideal to have... We do want a little bit of overlap, right? We talked about that. Maybe back here. Too far. That would be a good location right there. Does it cover the initial base? Doesn't cover stuff out there, which I don't like. So I think I'd rather have it over here. That's too far from working drone commanders, though. So let's see. Needs to be there. Okay, I guess what I'll do is I'll have it be like right here. That should be enough to maintain everything in that area. Alright, so there's that. And we're going to go ahead and throw down some power cables. Just one, to make sure it's in range. And they should build that pretty quickly. Once that's in place... There's nothing wrong with these structures at the moment. It's just saying that drones don't have access to those structures. And... boom. Problem solved. Malfunctioning cables, and now the drones will effectively repair that. Starting to see what I mean about how many things can go wrong if you're not paying attention? And also, am I making you guys nervous yet? I'm making myself nervous, but we'll be okay. So, let's go ahead and load up this waste rock at this second site, because there's a bunch of piles on the ground that haven't been loaded onto the first one. And then we have this RC rover. That's the one that can repair drones. Ironically, I could have just moved him somewhat, but he has a not as wide of a range as the actual buildings themselves. All right, so the RC transport is completely... Well, no, it's not completely charged, but it's almost completely charged. But let's see, where are you? Yeah, we need to have you come over this direction now. Looks like there's a meteor about to land there. Hello. Yeah, there's a number of anomalies out this direction that we need to scan. So we're going to send the scanner out to do it. He's on his way. How's that dome doing? Still waiting on polymers. We're not out of polymers. We've got polymers, guys. So, what's you waiting on? There they go. All right, they're on the way. The drones just had other things to do for a moment, which is understandable. Might have had to do with the fact that that initial tower was shut down for a bit when the rocket took off. My bad. Beginner's mistake. Won't happen again. Or will it? I think the first polymer is about, or the last polymer is about to go into place right now. What are you carrying, buddy? Carrying nothing. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's got to be a drone that realizes that polymer needs to go here. Come on, guys. The last polymer I need is sitting at the depot. What are you doing? Oh yeah, you're still taking concrete, aren't you? I think I'm going to go ahead as soon as you're done unloading. Okay, you're done.
Anomaly analyzed.
Good. New text available for research, 3D machining, and Martian education. So we're off to a great start in terms of stuff that we're finding anomaly-wise. Again, these are just tech options that we're unloading, or that we're unlocking. And there's the dome.
Milestone
Boom.
achieved.
So that's the basic dome. You can also, when you throw down a dome, you've probably seen in other playthroughs, there's a different appearance for the domes, and I can actually show you right now, as a matter of fact. If I were to hit the bracket keys, you can have domes that look like this. So we're going to start with the traditional looking dome for now, but we can also have neater looking domes once the colony is a little bit more advanced. So we've constructed a dome. It's fully connected. Let's see how our power surplus is looking. We still have a power surplus and an oxygen surplus. So we are technically ready to bring in colonists. The only thing that I really want to do is make sure that we have this metal extractor in place, such that they actually have work that they can do outside of the colony. And we also do need to build some stuff inside this thing, which will require ordering more prefab buildings. That's my next item on the agenda. I think I can have that just extend straight out. Yep, that works for me.
We've found signs of native life.
What? The sensor reading from the anomaly site provided the answer to one of the biggest mysteries about Mars. The explorer examined a mineral cluster and found the preserved remains of microscopic life forms. We've managed to confirm that the deposit originated on Mars and not on one of the many asteroids that pockmarked the surface of the planet. The team is ecstatic with the find. If there was past life on Mars, perhaps we are not alone in the universe. Okay, so we can publicize the find as a triumph of the Mars mission and get $500 million in funding right away. Or we can publicize the find as a triumph of humankind and get 50 more applicants. I think we're okay on funding right now, so let's go ahead and do the triumph of humankind so we have better applicants for our initial colony. That seems like the sensible choice to make, right? We want to have better variety of people to choose from, and I'll show you why.
Resources are low.
All right, so we're low on polymers. So when we order a new supply rocket, we're definitely going to have that rocket. Look at how far away our power production is from the dome. That's kind of cool, though. Yeah, we're going to put some polymers on the rocket when it comes out. All right, so we have one more machine part, which is getting put down right now. There we go.
Sector scanned. Anomaly found. Select a sector to scan.
Okay, so we need to scan more sectors. Let's scan here and there, and then we have a few more in this direction we're going to need to queue up, but we can only queue up so many at a time. So there's that. We also have a few more anomalies to scan. How's your battery, buddy? Are you good? Can you keep going out this direction? Because there's another anomaly over there that I want you to look at, and there's another one over there, and I don't know how much you're going to be able to do, but why don't you go check that one for now? Building's not working. Why? Oh, because you need workers. Duh. Okay, so we've got our dome built. Let's take a quick look at what we can build inside the domes. So we can build living quarters. Obviously, we need living quarters. And how many actual homes does this require? This provides 14 residential space. So for our first 10 colonists, this is all we need. So I'm going to put it... What's the best view for them? Kind of like it like that. Let's put it there. want to get a sense for what they would see from the inside, there's the answer to your question. It's actually, I have to say, it's a pretty nice view. Dusty, but a pretty nice view. So, let's see. We don't need a nursery yet because there's not kids yet. A research lab might be good, but it's not the most important thing to begin with. The most important thing is that we have a collection of hydroponic farms as well so that they can grow their own food. So right next to... There we go. Yeah, we're going to put that there. And then there's, I think, one other thing we can build. I don't know that we have... I don't think we have to prefab it. So we can do a grocer, which we absolutely need to provide, so that they have a means to obtain food for themselves. We can do an infirmary. Obviously important. So I'm going to go ahead and put an infirmary... Let's have it be right across from them in this initial dome. Or maybe next to the grocer. I like that a little better. And then finally, we can do an open-air gym. Not going to do a security station just yet, but that is important. And we also, I think a diner would be a good idea. So why don't I put a diner across from the residential area? And the open-air gym would give them a nice place to unwind. And there are some work buildings that we can put in place. Actually, you know what? I've changed my mind. Let's put the diner... Let's see, right now we have the grocer there. Can I just hit delete and get rid of it? Yes, I can. Good to know. We're going to put the grocer there, and the diner is going to be right here. And then these are probably going to be work-related buildings. I can build... Just to show you. Well, the thing is... I might have one work-related building in here, but we might need to have additional living quarters, frankly. I like the idea of additional colonists being able to move in here eventually. So, tell you what, let's just leave those blank for now. There's no rule that says I need to build the entire dome out now. But now they're going to go... The drones can actually go inside the dome, so check this out. There they go. They're going to bring all the materials they need into... Look at them go. This reminds me of, what's Gary Oldman's character's name in The Fifth Element? Look at all these little things. Just running around, and I don't remember the exact line, I just remember the accent. Don't come back without the stone. That's a great movie. Okay. Just that really weird southern drawl and the Sean Connery style S's. Just random. Alright, so we have researched transport optimization. And wait, we analyzed an anomaly, so we gained 50... Oh, that's why. We gained 1,500 beakers. Nice. Okay, I'll take it. So, I really like the idea of converting unused power into research points. That's so cool. But before I do that, I think I want to go ahead and do this. Sensor towers no longer requiring power or maintenance. I like the idea of just incremental reduction of maintenance costs, and that's not going to take long for me to finish. So it's going to be done in... What? 8 days? 7.5 days? Not bad at all. Meanwhile, our colonists' home is taking shape. We can have the rocket land right outside, and they're going to come right on in and start working. And then we have 10 days to make sure that they live. So we're probably going to have them come down. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and order them. Let's go ahead and say what we want for our rocket. We got a decent difficulty bonus to start. I wasn't even looking at it when we started. I just kind of went with the settings that I wanted and didn't look at the numbers. But let's see. Yeah, we don't want seniors. We don't want children. Not right now. Specialization. I kind of want you to trend towards botanist, medic, and geologist, probably, to extract metal. Seems like a good idea. So we're going to have you trend towards that direction. And then, right now we just have male and female applicants. Cisgendered, basically. And then, perks-wise, I mean, we can these are perks that kind of define the traits of each colonist. So, for instance, if we have a workaholic, their individual performance is increased by 20. If they're sexy, they have a greatly increased birth rate because they're getting it on all the time. And then if they're composed, their sanity losses are half. So they just hold their own a little bit better. What we can do is we can say that there are certain flaws we want to discourage. We don't want chronic conditions. We don't want idiots. We don't want whiners. We don't want cowards. I also don't want lazy people. Let's go ahead and say we don't want you if you're lazy. Matter of fact, we can probably do away with a lot of flaws. Because look at how many are still matching. This is in part because we made that choice earlier in the episode. And those are, I believe, all of the traits. Yeah, those are all the negative traits. And then quirks. It's interesting there's only 3 quirks. Randomly spreads other traits of this colonist to persons in the same dome with less than 3 traits. Oh, that's interesting. I like that idea. That's kind of cool. We don't have any gurus in the... Oh, there's 0. Yeah, we don't have any in the population. Don't worry, they'll tell you. Oh, that's savage. That is savagery. Oh my god. I'm sorry. That's amazingly funny. Holy crap. Oh, I didn't expect that at all. Okay. Tourist doesn't work. Leaves at first opportunity, but will decide to stay if comfort is high. All right, we don't want tourists for sure. All right, I think I'm good with that. Let's go ahead and say that we want that to be our distribution of colonists. Let's launch the rocket. Our first colonists are on their way. And we're about 26 minutes into this episode. I will go ahead and stop this one here. In the next one, we are going to finish getting ready for them. We're going to land the rocket right here when the time is right. We do actually, while I'm thinking about it, let me also bring up a cargo rocket. And we're going to prefab a couple of things. We need to prefab an electronics factory, a machine parts factory, and a polymer factory. Polymer factories are external, so we can go ahead and build one of those once it arrives. And actually, yeah, let's do one of them for now, just to get started. An additional fuel refinery could be good, but we'll be able to research those before long. Well, let's do one more. Why not? We've got the funding for it at the moment. So there's those, and we do need some additional parts. So just to make sure things stay copacetic, let's go ahead and load up a little more. We can also send some food along with the colonists, so we'll do that too. I could order some additional, one more drone as well, and I will do that just to be safe. So now we have 2 rockets on the way, one with colonists, and then arriving shortly after them, one with supplies to make sure we have polymers for the next little while until we start producing our own. But for now, I will go ahead and stop this episode here. In the next one, we're going to have colonists. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, the Early Bird series, Early Bird time slot, whatever you want to call it. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.